Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richie, Unicorn Caller here. Long time no see again, but as usual, there really isn't no news. No news about the console release of Wizard101 and just your standard issue crown shop slop that you can buy in case you wanted to spend some money. But want to do another info recap. As you can see, we are in front of the Portal of Peril, which kind of feels like a Toys R Us in a sense because it's been shut down for a very long time. And I just wanted to give a quick little summary about what it is and, you know, why it's coming back or whatever happened with the Portal of Peril. So as you can see here through the event calendar, it's going to come back January 28th all the way through February 3rd. As I said on the live stream, apparently it's going to be the Sinbad and Iron Sultan Gauntlet, which was actually one of the very first iterations of the Portal of Peril. But you're probably wondering, well, what really is the Portal of Peril? This was a spring 2024 update, which had its first event start around April 23rd, and this was a pretty interesting start. It wasn't the best start, obviously bugs and glitches and stuff like that, but, you know, it was pretty fun. But welcome to the Portal of Peril event. This event allows all players level 30 and above to revisit past housing gauntlets for free. Right? And it sounds great, you know, it sounds like really nice, but it sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? There really was no catch. You just go in. It took a token type of system. If you were a member, you could get 4 credits, and if you were like a non-member, you get like 3 or 2 credits per day, which I didn't really care much about the credit system, but mainly just the bugs and glitches. And also, you could have a friend actually teleport in that gauntlet without even having to really spend a credit. And that was in, I believe, the Voyage Gauntlet. Like I said, there's a lot of bugs that came with this whole thing. They didn't really do a lot of good testing with it. But yeah, main summary, the Portal of Peril features 3 tiers, 50 to 100 and 150, blah, 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 traditional monster, blah, 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 variations. Players can claim up to 2 portal scales per day for the duration of the event, allowing them to run the gauntlet up to 3 times a day on their chosen characters. Members receive 2 additional credits per day. Oh, there you go. Players will be able to acquire some rewards that exist in the existing gauntlet, including gear, pets, mount, blah, 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 etc., right? And it seemed fun at first, which it really was fun. It's probably one of the best events that they've ever had in the entire game. And whenever you get some of those tokens, you can spend them over here by the vendor, and you can get some pretty awesome rewards such as Spellment, some treasure cards, some Azoth, Dream Water, whatever you want, right? It was really cool. You can get pet tokens here, you know. It was just really cool to see, right? Of course, we don't care about gold skeleton keys because I think skeleton key fights are pretty much dead at this point. They kind of killed that. At least for me, they killed off skeleton key boss fights in this game, unfortunately. Sad to see it go. But yeah, it was pretty cool, right? What's the worst that could happen? Well, a lot of things happened. A lot of worst things that you could think of happened. The first event, it went fine, but it was glitchy. People were getting zoomed across the map. Bosses were multiplying for the weirdest reason. It had to do with something, I guess, with the level scaling, and the bosses were just duplicating, so people could literally fight like 4 Iron Sultans, and then that would basically equate to getting more points out of it, in which case, if KI would love to use the term exploit, since the Bazaar is an exploit and everything in the game is an exploit, I guess that would be considered an exploit. But of course, a lot of players really don't know that, and you know, just the fact how it's kind of hard to avoid this glitch because the level scaling in general doesn't work, the team-ups don't work, a lot of things with the Portal of Peril don't work, right? And then they came back again, they did it again, it's the same thing, glitched mobs and bosses duplicating, then it happened again with Dewey and the Voyage Gauntlet, again, just duplicated bosses, people were glitching it out. blah, blah, blah. Get more credits as much as you can. Bro, I had like so many credits. Then they also added one good thing, which was kind of like a progress bar, which means that you would get points that were going on like a progress bar, and you would get like extra coins and stuff for that. Now that was really cool. I wish they had that at launch, but that was a really nice added on feature. But beyond that, every iteration of the Portal of Peril has broke the game in some sort of way. So bad that around September was one of their last iterations of the Portal of Peril. It was so bad that it actually broke the combat outside of the Portal of Peril. So not only was the Portal of Peril not working, but the entire combat in the entire game was not working. I'm sure you guys remember the video I said where we were recording, like on the phone. I think I was on the living room or something like that. And you literally couldn't get past the timer. Like the combat timer would just get to 0 and you couldn't do anything. You could select spells and nothing would happen. That's how bad it was. And so eventually they just finally pulled the plug on it, and we have not seen the Portal of Peril ever since then. So hopefully when it comes back, January 28th, I believe, hopefully when it comes back, it's a little bit better because, I don't know. You know, it's a very fun event, but when you're not taking the necessary steps to test stuff out, and I've said this in every one of my videos, it's why I've been literally stopped playing this game. I've been playing stuff like Honkai Impact, which I'm sure you got, not Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail. That's my mobile game that I play. But I'm sure you guys hopefully like those videos. And it gets to a kind of point where every update in this game does not work whatsoever. It's the same story I tell you guys in every other video. There's not enough testing. There's bugs and glitches. I see complaints fill up in the Discord. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about that. Now everybody's crying about the bazaar. I don't know what's going on with the bazaar. We already did that info recap. People can't find certain gears with it. People can't find reagents because, you know, it's just a lot of things in this game just don't work, and it's kind of really sad and depressing to think about because this is a fun game. I try really hard not to think about the negatives in this game. I mean, look, I literally sunk in a lot of hours trying to get in this gear set, so it's not like I don't like the game. I still appreciate it, but right now, I'm just taking a really big detox right now because, number one, nothing's really happening, and number two, when something does happen, it's usually a buggy and glitchy mess. So my advice for the company is just, you know, if you're going to release this Portal of Peril event, just make sure that you actually play it yourselves and just test it, because a lot of people really do love this event. This is probably like one of the best events out there. I mean, I personally don't really do it that much, a little bit, just because of course you can duplicate bosses and you can get tons of tokens and you can teleport in the boss battle and stuff like that. You know, a bunch of exploits, if you want to say that term at this point. I don't know what's really an exploit or what's really a feature in this game. I think that's just what the general public can see this game as. Like, nobody knows, but we'll know though if you just fix it. You know, and it might not just be as simple as clicking A through M or letter 1, a number 1, whatever you want to say. It's probably not that easy, but hopefully when it comes back, it is released fine. Like I said, level 30 and up players can participate in this, so, you know, you do gotta be a level 30 to participate in it. But again, it's a very fun event, and I encourage you guys to check it out January 28th. I'm pretty positive that it's going to be a mess, like we've always seen with all the updates. But hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight about the Portal of Peril, and hopefully when it does come back, hopefully it really isn't a mess, because honestly, I probably might just skip it. I feel like if I hear one complaint about it, I'm probably just not going to even, like, touch it. You know, plus I also don't really need any spellments anymore. I pretty much have like a big chunk of spellments, and it feels good not to worry about some of the challenge mode or advanced rule sets of all these banned spells, because I don't have to worry about advanced combat anymore. Like, I literally got the gear set. Like, I'm happy. I don't care about it no more. Hours and hours upon grinding, I'm done. But yeah, for other people, it will definitely help, especially if you go raiding or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Enough of the rant. I don't even think this is the info recap. Let me know your thoughts about the Portal of Peril. Are you excited for it to come back? What improvements would you do to it? Until then, I will see you guys later, and peace out.